busting chopper, feeling like a oven. And neighbors know they hear me, but they cannot tell me nothing. You know I put in work every day under construction. I'm gon' stack these nuggets, golden nuggets. I'm about to break the bank.
So, I'm trying to be consistent with Vlogmas, and we're about to do another story time. This story time is about my move to a new city, which is not that far away from where I'm from, but how it really affected me mentally. And yeah, so if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll get right into the video. Alright, so in my first life update video, I let you guys know that I got a new job. I got a new job, I was moving, all this other stuff. And all that happened. So my move day was April 6th. And you know, leading up to that day, I was kind of like, I was excited. I was like, oh snap, I'm really gonna have my own apartment. I'm about to like really grow up in a sense. I was ready to decorate. I was ready to get a dog, all of that. So then the day came, and I hired movers. So the movers were called $20 moving truck, and I set out to only spend $200 or $400, $200. Yeah, I set out to only spend $200. So basically, long story short, they moved me, I spent $200. Cool. So, you know, I knew living by myself would be different, but I thought I would be kind of okay with it because pretty much growing up, I was always kind of like by myself in a way. Like, my mom worked, so, and I'm not the only child, but I'm the youngest, and my sisters and I are all spaced apart, so I was pretty much always at home by myself. So I thought I would be kind of used to it because I entertained myself when I was younger by doing all this crazy thing. But when in April, a couple weeks in, I was kind of like, whoa, it's kind of weird. Like, and I don't really think I was homesick. I was just like, I guess I was lonely, and I was a little bit like, you know how they say seasonal depression? So a lot of people say they get seasonal depression when it's like cold outside. I honestly think from like, whenever pollen comes out and like when it's hot outside, that's when my seasonal depression kicks in, because I don't like being hot, I don't like sweating, I don't like pollen, of course, I'm allergic. So all of that really, you know, kind of got to me, and also being in a new place by myself was really weird. So April, a couple weeks, I was getting settled in, I was, you know, getting my foot in the door, literally. When May came, May was a lot, because I had so many things due at once. Like, my car was really messed up to the point where I couldn't drive home, which is like an hour and a half away. And then I had to pay for this, pay for that, get new tires, da. It was just so much at once, and I was just like, yo, I cannot do this. Like, and I could pay for it, and people will always be like, oh, I'll help you do this, but I'm the type of person that like I don't like asking for help, because I'm like, I can figure it out, I'm grown, I'm an adult, I don't need anyone else to help me. But anyway, so a lot was going on in May, and then I went, where did I go? I think it was in May or June. A friend and I went to Atlanta, and it was like kind of like a day and a half trip. I came back the next day, ready to go to work or whatever, and my car would not start. So I had to call an Uber. And I think that is when I realized that I may have been going through something super serious, like in my mind, because I didn't realize it, but at the time, but thinking back, I was literally coming home from work, lighting a candle, and eating in the dark. I had a TV, I had internet, I could have watched movies or did whatever, but I was literally kind of upset. I don't know why I was upset. It was just like, I guess because I was alone. I think because I was alone and I couldn't really go home to really get that reassurance that I made the right decision, because a lot of things were playing in my mind, like, was I ready to do this, or was I ready to kind of go out on my own, and was I ready to be alone? And I was just like, maybe it wasn't for me. So I remember, mind you, I'm super dramatic. Everything in my life seems like a freaking movie because I make everything bigger than what it needs to be. But I called AAA and they came to start my car. And he was just like, this is the wrong size battery, like it's bigger than what it's supposed to be, so it's overworking your car. And then like when I had to get new tires, they said that the tires on my car were the wrong size. So I'm thinking like everything on this car is freaking broke, like throw the whole car away. So he got the car started, and he was like, don't let it he said keep it running for like 30 minutes to an hour, and you should be fine. So what I did was like I went down this road, this street, and I literally cried the whole time. And I was talking to my mom, and you know, I think that certain things I should not talk about with certain people because they just don't really understand. So these couple of months when I first moved, like when they would ask me, oh, how is it? I'll be like, it's okay. Everybody would be like, oh, it's the bills. Like, you can't afford this, you can't afford that. Or now you can't afford it, but it's the bills. Like, the bills are why you're da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, literally, the bills are the least of my worries. I can pay everything. It's more of like, I'm walking into a house with nobody here. And it's kind of like, it's disgusting. And then these walls are so bare, like they're still kind of bare, but it's no decorations on the wall, like nothing is decorated, nothing. It was real, like everything was just disheveled. It was just a lot going on. So it was really, it was hard for me to grasp that I'm actually like alone. So then July came, August came. July, I felt a little bit better. Still not as much. I mean, I had family come down and stuff like that. They stayed with me, but I was still not as happy as I wanted to be. Like, I genuinely wasn't happy. Like, it was more of a front. And I tend to do that a lot. Like, I pretend like I'm like super happy, super okay, super amazing. But I be really like upset and like just sad. For no reason. I mean, it's for a reason, but you don't really know what the reason is. So I was like debating on going to like therapy and all this and everything else and self-medicating. I was doing a lot. I was thinking about doing a lot of different things. And then like when you have the pressure of people like, oh, so what are you doing? Or what do you know, just all this, just everything. It was just a lot going on at once. Just like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, like that. Like everyone's in your ear, and you're trying to figure out what's the best thing for you. But the best thing for you is to just listen to you and figure out what is the best thing for you, and not try to get that from everyone else, because you're lost, confused, and you're everywhere. So I would say maybe maybe July or August, I was getting a little bit better. I got my car fixed and I got to go home. And when I went home, I realized like it was meant for me to move, and that I should possibly try and kind of come to grasp with it. So when I came back to where I'm living now, I had to really make it a mission for myself to be happy and mentally like believe that I'm happy. So like you can always say, oh, I'm happy, I'm good, and put on a smile, but if you're not literally mentally happy, it's not going to come across in any aspect. And I think it was a change in that you can tell. Like when I did, I have a million videos I recorded that will never see, that you guys will never see, and that's because when I'm editing the video, I can see in my eyes that I am not happy. Like I'm literally sad as I don't know what. I'm pretty much like, I don't like saying depressed because people throw that word around, but I was super, super, super sad. And I was just, I guess I was lonely, and I was just like, I didn't think I could get like this, because I'm not used to being the sad person. I'm used to being the upbeat, happy person. But it's like, well, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I didn't really tell anybody. I mean, I told like my best friend, but other than that, I didn't tell anybody. And when I try to tell certain people, I don't think they really understood. And I think it's because sometimes it's not meant for them to understand. And God, or whoever you believe in, steps into your life and puts people in place, so that way they can help you go through a certain situation. So everyone is not meant to understand you, and everyone is not meant to, you know, be your outlet. And that's something that you have to figure out, and something that I actually figured out. And I know that now, like going forward, it was, I mean, I knew that before, but I had confirmation that like, everyone is not here to be, you know, your therapist. Like, you have to pick and choose who to talk to if it's not a real therapist. But I'm going to end the story time here because I don't want it to seem real somber or anything like that. But I do want to talk a little bit more about mental health and being positive and being super happy in a world full of negativity. But that video is soon to come. So if you guys like this story time and you want more story times, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts on when you first moved, how you felt, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video.